Hello, Mixed Nutcases and Dog Days podcasting listeners. This is Nuke Chess, and this is, Dog Days of podcasting. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking a little bit about food. So, a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, Tech and I were in the grocery store, and we saw that Popeyes had a box of their biscuits, that you can make their biscuits at home. And I was like, oh, look at that. And I said, or he said, look at that, whatever. And I said, yeah, and you'll notice over there's Red Lobster cheddar biscuits. And he was like, oh, wow. I was like, yeah. And I make my own biscuits, whatever. And he's like, well, we should compare them. I'm like, well, I guess we could. And we got this idea of, okay, let's compare it to my biscuits, the cheddar biscuits, and the Popeyes biscuits, which are the best biscuits. So his dad was coming this weekend, and we said, we'll do it then. And his dad had never had karaage, so I made karaage, which is Japanese fried chicken. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make all the biscuits. So my biscuit recipe is Tech's mom's recipe. So that's mom's. And then we had the Popeyes, and we had the cheddar biscuits. Okay. First off, Red Lobster. If you are selling a box to make biscuits, everything should be in the box. I can understand you might need water. You might need a stray ingredient, right? I do not expect that I'm supposed to provide a half cup of sharp cheddar shredded. I was not expecting that. I figured it was like dehydrated cheddar was in the box, was in the mix already. No. So, number one, why am I buying this fancy box for? Like, really? And so for them, what it was like you've got to add the water. You got to add the water, add the cheese, mix it all up, add the stuff. I feel like there was something else. I can't remember what else it was. And then you bake them, and then you melt butter. Yeah, you got to melt butter, and then you mix in their little seasoning packet, and then you brush the butter on top. Okay, do that. But their ingredients are like, do this immediately when it comes out and eat them immediately. Like, dude, I'm doing 3 of these. I'm not eating them immediately, but whatever. I tasted it. It didn't taste any different right out of the oven. Not right out of the oven. Didn't taste any different right after I put the butter on or once everything was done cooking. Okay. So that was done. Then I made mom's recipe. And the reason I did it in this order is they both needed the same cooking temperature and Popeyes needed less. It was a lower cooking temperature, but it was longer. So now I'm thinking, that might have something to do with things. Anyway, so I made mom's recipe. And the one thing I did differently is hers is, it's a very flexible biscuit. It can be a biscuit that you use in breakfast. It can be a biscuit for dinner. It can be whatever. And hers is made with milk. I made it with buttermilk. Just to kind of give it more of a savory vibe. And then instead of rolling it out and cutting it with cookie cutters, I did the scoop thing just like the other biscuits. Which actually, oh my gosh, so much easier. I just use an ice cream scoop. Oh my gosh, that's so much easier. So then I did that one. Then I did the Popeyes one. I lowered the temperature, and I did that Popeyes one. And my opinion of all of these is that mom's biscuit is basically a base. It is the same flavor base, and then the other two had different seasonings mixed in. I really like the Popeye seasoning. I like the extra stuff. Now, Tech said that the Popeyes was definitely fluffier. And I think that might be because it's cooked at a lower temperature for longer. So instead of cooking in like 12 minutes, it takes 18 minutes, but it's cooked at a lower temperature. So I think that has a big part to do with it. But I do need to look at the ingredients and see what else is different. Like, because, Mom's Biscuits has 4 teaspoons of floof powder. So I can't imagine what makes the others so much more. Maybe it's got some baking soda too. I don't know. we all kind of agreed that the cheddar biscuits were the least good, mostly because they were very salty. And that was like, I didn't add salt. Oh, and the Popeyes, you had to add butter, and Mom's, you had to add butter, but the Red Lobster ones, you didn't add butter. So it's not like I used salted butter when I was supposed to use regular. No, it just, honestly, the Red Lobster is just very salty. And I know it's partly because of the cheese, but also the seasoning packet that you mix with the butter, just all sorts of salt. So as Dad said, Mom's was his favorite. And then when I asked him about the Popeyes and the Red Lobster, he was like, oh, I think we can all agree that out of the three, the Red Lobster is number 4. So he really didn't like that one. I'm kind of like in the middle between Mom's and Popeyes. Like I like Mom's, but I like the seasoning of Popeyes. So I think I kind of lean more towards the Popeyes. And Tech was like, yeah, the Popeyes. So kind of gives you an idea. And I'm going to say that Popeyes is probably the winner. Mom's is still great. And Red Lobster, your cheddar biscuits ain't that good. I'm sorry. I know Riley from the Boondocks would disagree, but they're just not that good. I mean, they're okay. And if I wanted cheddar biscuits, I could put my own cheddar in another biscuit. There's nothing special about the Red Lobster. Honestly, it's just very salty. So I have done the work, so you don't need to. Also, if you're doing a whole bunch of stuff like frying and you don't want to boil corn, because I also got corn on the cob, you can just put that in the oven. And that's what I did because my oven was already hot. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put this in the oven. So I took my sweet corn. I sprinkled it with, I've got the seasoning. It's sriracha and lime. It's a shaker, like it's dried sriracha and lime. Shake that over the corn, put some salt on there, put it in the oven. That was so good. And then the karaage, and then now I got way too many biscuits, and I'll share a photo of it as my album art. But y'all, if you're one of the 2 listeners in the area, let me know. Come on over. I got biscuits. I got biscuits for days.
Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.